Void
ease
and maybe
into it.
get a snap fire combo with it, you know, maybe just make Void look good before we get really creative here.
Well,
Game 2 starting, though. Let's jump in
Get in
and
the
see what
draft.
we're working on. And yeah, there you go.
All right, viewers, someone out there, please go ahead, queue up a support Void game right now while you're watching. Don't worry, your teammates don't need to listen to you. Just listen to us. And why don't you just send me the results? All right, check out Dubu's Dota buff, follow what he does, and let me know how it goes. Okay, I'd really appreciate it. I need to like enjoy this through you. All right, you guys are gonna be my proxies. You're my proxy Dota player. Thank you.
All right, Snapfire. Oh, they snatched the center. Nice. I think this is a really strong lane if it's Snapfire.
This looks familiar.
No, it's the poor man's tiny center.
Yeah, they steal the centaur from them and still take their snap, but aha!
Ooh. Wow, such a good Timber game already.
He is the second most contested hero, I believe, in the patch so far. 49 matches he's been picked or banned. Mostly banned. 42 bans and only 7 picks. This will be the 8th Timbersaw that's been seen. He's banned that much.
10 seconds.
Okay.
He is far and away the most banned hero, even over Puck right
5
now.
seconds remaining.
Okay.
Do you guys think? I mean, it's mostly just matchups to me, right? That like it's a laning concern that you have from this hero.
Yeah, and I think he just shreds most of the illusion heroes that are popular, right? Even though you would say, oh, PL drains Timbersaw's mana, if Timber has a good game, which usually has against the PL lane, he doesn't care that much. And you have the mana regen item too, right?
It's that like 5 to 15 minute window that's so devastating. It's like once Timber hits level 6, PL like
Someone
the first couple
dies.
minutes are okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he can just destroy your support. PL has to hide under tower, and then Timber can just cut the wave. He hits level 7. He just sits there and kills all the creeps immediately, and he buys Soul Ring and just keeps throwing damage. And then you have to jungle with no items as PL. Timbersaw's amazing at like invading the jungle. It's so hard to survive that window. And even if you do, it's like, well, PL's on life support, and the enemy carries had all the space to free farm while we run around and try to distract Timber. You got to find
it's also
a way
a flex hero. It could be middle, could be off
True.
lane.
Yeah,
Could be
that's a good
5.
point.
Hey, if the void works,
Is that real? I've not seen that.
not yet, at least.
Dubu has no Timber games.
Dubu,
we
taking
can
notes
rest in
right now.
peace so far. Oh god! All right, Weaver ban. That's a hero. You know, it's kind of a weird.
Yeah, Kagahook banned it last time too, right? Because I feel like that's one of his heroes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it looked kind of good last game, so the Latam defenders even banned it, just thinking like, oh yeah, we know that Weaver's strong.
It's just weird because, like, in a way, in the prior patch, you had to buy boots on Weaver because you didn't get the max move speed. Nowadays, you can actually play Weaver no boots, so you get those core items a little faster. So I'm not sure if the hero is actually nerfed or not, because you would get like even faster as the Weaver god, you know, Sanjanyashi and everything.
Right, proportionally, you're faster.
Yeah. Oh, true, because
enemies.
everything else also got nerfed. Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure where to place the hero in its tiers, but definitely a Kakahook hero. It's probably why it's banned.
Good old Kakahook.
Why do you think they're banning Jug?
Isn't it just an amazing anti-Phoenix hero? I thought that was the whole
but
thing.
the defenders banned it.
Oh, right. I see.
Aha! Your question makes sense now. Because, like,
I mean, isn't Jug just good?
I mean, you have first pick out of the phase, though, so you're probably going to pick a 5, and they're probably not going to instantly pick Jug then. Like, they're probably going to pick another support. And then depending on what that support looks like, I'm surprised you don't want the Jug option open, which makes you wonder, what are they thinking that Jug's so good about? Is Jug good versus the Centaur in lane because of the healing ward?
I think he is. The spin is pretty annoying too. The cast point on the stun is quite predictable.
Does Jug have a carry matchup that he's particularly good against? Like maybe it's something that Kakahook wants that Jug counters in the mid game, late game?
Good question. I think he.
I can't think of a
Jug
good
has
example,
a lot
but...
of good carry matchups. Besides Ursa and I don't know, maybe Medusa. I think he
can
usually
deal
doesn't
with
care about the
most.
carry match. Yes,
right. He's like your that's why he's so good. He's like your catch-all, very safe position one. You can pick him blind, not really know your matchup. Generally lanes well, and like I don't think anybody counters Jug in lane. Actually, He's pretty damn safe.
I think Slaughter.
Outside
is one of the
Slaughter, yeah.
Very few heroes,
Okay, yeah, all right. I'll give you that one. That's fair.
Can I get a
Since
Morphling
they
too?
already picked their offlaner, maybe that's why they know that they don't really have that option anymore.
Well, oh my god, they just banned more. Are you serious? I actually wasn't looking at that. I was just saying, can I get a Morphling, please? Oh. That's unfortunate. All right, fair enough.
All right.
Bloodseeker.
They're pretty much stealing the draft from Omega. They're like, oh, those heroes are really good. I think we're going to pick them now.
Yeah, this is weird. It's fine. Bloodseeker has some good options against Timbersaw, right? You have some pure damage, so that's nice. You have a silence, that's also pretty handy. So I do think that's pretty good. And in terms of laners, like we were talking about, what ones can survive that really delicate period against the Timbersaw? I wouldn't say Bloodseeker can survive, but he can at least, like kill creeps very easily and lifesteal off of them. He's a little bit less fragile during that window than a lot of other ones. So this is kind of cool. I'm all right with this. And now they grab Tusk, also very solid.
I think we're gonna get a Deuce
a
here.
combination you expect with Timber though, but it's an overall really good hero, so I don't mind. And also a way to protect from Rupture, a good way to dodge the Blood Rights.
10 seconds.
Yeah, very predictable stuns from both of them. Hey, well, really from all three, I guess. You can get a lot of value out of the snowball in this one.
Yeah.
I feel like a Dusa might be coming for someone in this game. I'm looking at for Omega right now, but they don't have the 10th pick, so maybe depending on what else we see from the defenders, they might not opt for it. But, I mean, Deuce is kind of a good hero versus the Bloodseeker because, like, stand and deliver, just do your thing. But at the same time, Deuce is also kind of bad versus Centaur because if the timing's not right with the Stampede, you could be in trouble. Works a lot better in pairing, that's for sure.
I really feel like the Centaur hero changes so many carry matchups. Like, a lot of heroes you want to pick, you just can't.
Yeah, like we saw with the Troll, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick.
You know what that means.
I don't think this is a 4 Witch Doctor, but is there any chance we see the Witch Doctor Centaur lane now that we're back to old Centaur? Because this was one of the old combos, dude. You drop the Maledict, you hit him with the double edge. It's almost like Maledict Dagon in the lane. Once you hit level 3, level 5, it is stupid strong. Like, I think
you're actually very depressed right now. Are you ready?
Okay.
They're about to ban Faceless Void. Next ban. All right, it's coming. Right after that Wraith King. Yeah, it's happening. They're about to ban Faceless Void.
No way. It actually is a sick Void game.
Because it works versus the Centaur, right? It gives him a disable. He can do his thing.
Yeah.
It's coming.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, I'll trust you.
You'll see. You'll all see. All right, well, but what else is left? What actual carries are left?
Against this Storm? They're banning the mid heroes, which Latam Defender lacks. They took Ember. Do you take... Puck is out already.
Radiant team
will 9th pick Zyari be rearing his head today? Do you have a prediction on this Omega pick, Zyari?
Oh, true.
Get deep into your brain.
Man, you're throwing me off with this Void ban. If they actually ban Void, I got to really think here. All right. Well, let me think, boys. Let me think.
All right.
There's the PL ban. Okay.
Damn it.
I think they're going to CK.
That's good. Something with a stun, right? That's all I really just want here.
I'm feeling
CK
like
is really good.
CK or Sven, actually. I think we're going to take a page out of the Beast Coast book. I don't think they're going to Void. I do like where your head's at against the Centaur. It is a really cool idea.
If only they had more lockdown, you can make the Razor work, maybe.
They do have a lot of time here. Minute 35 to think about this, so they don't need to rush. Monkey King's totally dead, right? That's another good option against Centaur in lane we didn't mention, but he's in Struggle Town. There is also still a Terrorblade. He has tended to fill this gap when we have the, we don't know who they're going to pick. Oh!
Infest Bombs. And he has actual percent now, right?
Yes. So now Feast does 50% of the damage it lifesteals. So it does damage again. Max HP. Very good. And these are sick Infest Bomb carriers. Honestly, all 4 of these heroes, especially Timber and Storm.
I'm trying to think of anti-Storm heroes. Pugna, TA.
I think Pugna is risky.
I'm not saying they're that good. I mean, TA is kind of risky too. Is there anything that fits the bill for both categories, though?
Husker. Husker's open.
Husker's actually kind of nasty here. Well, they have the Timber, I guess. That could be a bit yikes.
Ooh, true. They're actually almost unplayable, I think.
I think that's a problem. Give me an Invoker. That'd be kind of hype.
Whoa, the Nana Visage!
Of course. Oh, how many times did you bring this up last season?
I think like 10 times.
Okay, I was casting.
I don't think he won a single game.
Yeah. I was casting an NA match with this. I didn't even know about this Agnums. I felt kind of stupid. Do you guys know what his Ags does now?
You drop your hero, right? Your hero becomes...
No. Your Agnum Scepter.
Oh, the Invis thing where you get bonus damage?
Yeah, you turn invisible and get flying.
Yeah, it's not the extra bird anymore.
It got added in 0.28, but we just like never saw it used. But in the game I was casting, they were rocking it. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Okay. I mean, that is interesting. I do like this Omega draft, though. Jamari Storm, Mingate Lifestealer. They've got the Timber Saw. I think this is going to be really hard for Latam, especially that like Lifestealer Bloodseeker matchup. I feel like Lifestealer just does not give a shit about Bloodseeker like at all. You know?
Yeah. And I think Lifestealer is not a hero that gets punished by the Center Stampede because he can always fight. He's not like Troll that depends solely on the ult. So you can't really ult and then take another fight. Lifestealer is going to be ready, whatever. Which is the same thing for Storm. I really think Omega understands how to play against Center. So I'm going with them again, I think.
And I think that they understand how important it is to play around Infest Bombs. That's my other big part here.
I mean, in general, I do like the control options that are there from the defenders. And I do think they played okay last game. They made a lot of mistakes, sure, but I don't think that they're like completely out of this one. So I could actually see them taking this, I think, with the Visage presence.
Belief in the na Visage. Yeah. Very good. Gareth, darling, it's time for another Lifestealer and Bloodseeker ready to go head-to-head. Who are we favoring?
Please, sir, can I have some more? Nice English accent there, Zori. But yeah, first phase Timbersaw. Theban, do you reckon that they've managed to deal with it in this draft? Because that is a hero that can be very difficult to handle.
It's Bloodseeker, Witch Doctor. They're pretty good against the Timber, but I want to say the Storm Spirit plus the Lifestealer looks real good, man. This is a flashback to when 2017. I want to say. Maybe 2016. That must have been like the last time when Storm Lifestealer was like an active combo that people ran. And Lifestealer is back to his old self. You know, he does percentage-based damage off his Feast. His Shard with the open wounds is pretty cool too. His whole team can do percentage-based damage. So that's nice.
Yeah, especially against Centaur, against a couple of these strength heroes too. It's gonna be a real exciting one here. Game 2. Latam defenders up against Omega.
I have a feeling, Gary, that the Centaur is not gonna have a game. Like, he's looking real countered. Timber, Phoenix, Sunray, Lifestealer, Beast. Oh man.
It was a dangerous match for him. We'll see though. Nana Visage, the faith in him, of course, is going to be there, and we potentially see that Silent as the Grave Aghanims upgrade, which does allow him to become a pretty mean force. Just appearing out of nowhere and slaying your heroes. Bounty runes 2 for 2 there. And no real messing around. So we set up our lane stage with what? Tusk plus Timber bot. Going up against a Bloodseeker alone for now, because Latam defenders have sent 3 heroes top, potentially. Looking for that early first blood. Has Life still leveled up yet? He's still holding a point.
Oh,
now he's got Feast.
He's got it. They could definitely
so no
make
rage.
This happen. Oh wow, they're not expecting this. Oh, they stacked it.
Yeah,
they stacked the
overlapping
stuns.
a bit.
Yep.
So no first blood coming.
That was bad. That could have definitely been a first blood, I think, if they did not stack the stuns. Maybe just let the Centaur go first, and then you get the cask after. It might bounce back to the Lifestealer, and they would have got a kill off that. But they're just going to bring the Lifestealer low, but it doesn't really matter to him because this is a pretty easy matchup, or it should be an easy matchup at least.
It was one of those things that it felt like they needed to accomplish, just to give them a balanced lane.
Double strength heroes.
Yeah, it was a real rough one. So they do put the Witch Doctor back down to bottom. He's got to deal with these wave-dragging heroes like Tusk, who is actually maneuvering it all the way back through his triangle. So Timbersaw is going to sit between Tier 1, Tier 2 down in the bottom lane and just cutting waves for now. This means Cocohook's going to miss out on a pretty decent amount of CS.
Yeah, he will. But at the same time, the Timber is also going to miss out on these 4 creeps here too. Angel will be able to get all that XP. Tusk just wants to get his level 2 right away.
Oh, we will get that. Angel's already spent his cask. We're creating another little lane for themselves. I mean, another creep wave is going to spawn in a second. And Witch Doctor's Courier is making a pretty interesting maneuver across the map. Going through the mid lane. What's he bringing? Obsword, Sentry, TP Scroll. Yeah, look at the Witch Doctor's Courier. It's,
I see
traversed through the mid lane.
Oh man, he even spent 100 gold to buy that TP, Gary? Jeez.
Yeah.
Me, I just forget. I'm like, forget about it. I ain't TPing anywhere. You know, if I get a TP scroll, it's only if I die. Oh, top. Just a little bit of damage coming out of Mingate here.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They have forced a lot of the regen out of this dire team. There's, what, 1 Tango remaining on Phoenix. Bringing out a Salve, of course, so he can heal up that Lifestealer. While the Centaur and the Snapfire still have a decent amount of sustain on them.
Gary, look what they've done to Lifestealer, man. He just has 2 passives. This hero doesn't do anything else but a right click. Is there any other hero in the game like that?
He's the new old Wraith King, isn't he? He can't do anything but right click.
Oh, this is insane.
Oh,
I know what carry hero I can play now. Even in my boomer days. Yep.
Is it Lifestealer?
Yep. Just need to have my finger on the Q ready, you know, to dodge some spells. That's it.
Just buy Radiance, infest into a creep or one of your allies, run around. Do you play any ability draft? Oh, hang on a second. Down bottom, there's a lot of damage onto the... Never mind. It's a Timber Saw.
It's a Timber, Gary.
That thought process, yeah, exactly the same thing.
It's a Timber.
I was looking at the bar at the top and I see him drop quickly, but then of course once he gets to like 30%, his reactive armor starts to kick in.
Yeah. Actually, just one lane we have not looked at all, Gary. It's the mid lane.
Yeah, looking pretty even though, isn't it?
Yeah, very even. One hero has a bottle though, so there's a little bit of an advantage there. He's going to be able to control most of the runes this game. And I think that's going to be a bit problematic for Latin defenders as Nana and I. He's not going to be putting too much emphasis onto those runes. He is rushing a Orchid, though, to try and counter the Storm anytime he zips in.
And that's a pretty hardcore rush as well. Like, he's not going for any kind of boots or anything.
Yeah, and Visage can afford to do that, so...
Fair enough.
I like it.
Yeah, do you play any other modes than all pick? Ability draft, turbo, anything like that?
Nope.
No. Okay. I was going to say one of my favorite things ability draft is getting like Infest, Blade Fury, get Rage, just completely unkillable. Oh, they're jumping onto the Phoenix, another 2-man stun, catching out Thugger. And that is First Blood coming through. Tusk is maneuvering up here. They want that Centaur, try and trade back, and they've got Orb of Venom on the Lifestealer, so they slow him enough, trap him in the shards.
And the Grow Frenzy. It's a lot of slow. You got 13% from the Orb of Venom, you got 10% from the Grow Frenzy, 23% slow. It's very nice. And I hope the Tusk does decide to just kind of stay top and play with this Lifestealer now, because those 2 heroes together can be getting a lot of kills.
Again, the Timber Saw, he's just tanking everything up. Gets hit by the Maledict, a lot of damage, chains away. And he's hit level 5 now. Solar Ring, ready to be purchased. CS-wise, it doesn't look too hot. Sitting, what, 19-2, pretty much even with his counterpart, the Centaur. It's Mingate.
They're chasing him.
He's been chased down. A dive from Phoenix to try and save the Lifestealer and hold them back. Centaur now does get closed in on, and some good shots with that tag team going. They've got the Rage and the Salve, still going from Mingate. Valky hit the Lifestealer once. Stop the Salve, anything before you die.
Stop the Salve. Nah, he's
just
full.
Please.
He's just back to full HP, and he's good. And the Centaur, like, he really can't come back up here. He's only level 4.5. He does have base boost that kind of lets him, like, maybe get away from the Lifestealer, but I think he's gonna have to start jungling on that Centaur.
If he does that, what do you do with a Snapfire?
Just get some XP, you know, maybe try to use your Scatterblast to get a creep or 2. You just gotta get to your level 6 on your Centaur. Once you're there, everything's gonna be okay. Or you gotta get your Visage to roam top and start fighting into the Lifestealer with those birds.
Try and create a bit of action there, yeah. Looks like Storm gonna head back to base, picks up his treads. He could TP into one of these sidelines and look for kills. There's actually, like, down bottom, Timbersaw has started applying a lot of
Doing
dangerous
timber
pressure
things?
onto this Bloodseeker. Yeah, he's absolutely getting up in their face, making life a living hell. It's not a comfortable time in that bot lane anymore.
Yeah, they got a timber problem until the Bloodseeker hits level 6, the Rupture. But, I mean, so far it's looking like both sidings are very bad for Latam defenders. Mid is going okay, though, because Storm can't really fight into the Visage Birds. But that's why it's gone
Yeah,
bottom.
so Storm decides to come down and try and get a freebie. Witch Doctor does get out a couple of spells before dying. Storm Spirit with enough mana to get out of here, but with that cookie, they've kept the Witch Doctor alive. Vortex there, the ball lightning out. Visage does rotate down, but they've killed off Jamari.
Huge.
Now a Rupture, forcing a TP, but the stun with a Bird's Landing and a double kill for Cuckahook. That Visage rotation makes it all work out.
That was beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, not only the Nana TP, but Moonlight there with this cookie, being able to stop the Storm. They don't even get the kill onto the Witch Doctor, and that is the Storm who TP bottom. So when he's alive, he doesn't have a TP anymore. He also went for the power treads first. That means he's not going to get any fast Orchid timings or anything like that. Storm's game is looking real bad right now, Gary, just after that one play he just made.
Yeah, now he's got to go like recover back in jungle, because like sitting mid lane doesn't feel particularly safe anymore. And it's also the fact you were mentioning that Orchid rush on Na. Already with the first Oblivion staff up, he's not going to have it in too long.
And it looks like
also means that.
Yep, go ahead.
This also means that Cuckahook, who was struggling, now has the Javelin and 700 gold saved towards that Maelstrom, which is a key point, a key item against that Timber especially.
Yeah, he got both of those kills.
Top rune spot, Moonlight. Cookie away from the Storm. And Jamari, he's trying to accomplish things, but with no mana, he can't ball away from this Visage. He's fine. With that Stampede,
Timber,
they couldn't close the gap, and Timber saw. He's all right, isn't he? 10 stick charges, plenty of reactive armor stacks up, and under his tier 1 for even more HP regen.
It's just a level 2 Maledict for now. Not gonna cause too many issues for the time being. But now that Cuckahook, like, he got level 6 in the last fight, you saw him rupture the Timber Saw and get him killed. It's very hard for the Timber to apply pressure bottom anymore. And they didn't take the tier 1 tower bottom either, so Omega, they're gonna need to converge a lot of heroes down here if they want to get the objective.
They're trying on the Timber again. Just chipping away at him.
Nah, it's not gonna happen. Until they have the rupture again. That's in 20 more seconds. We see a smoke now, though, from the Tusk and the Phoenix. Maybe they want to try and get a kill onto Cuckahook. They're feeling like he shouldn't be able to lane here the way he is.
They force him up to top or into the jungle. And they are sitting right behind the Timbersaw, waiting for something to happen. And you've also got to be wary of Jamari. Is that nearly? Storm nearly got caught out by a cookie play there.
How close is he to the Orchid now? On the
snowball down bot. Timber chain forward. Not going to land. They've got the shards though, trapping the inside. And what's the stun situation? Non-existent. Can't stop the TP. Yeah. What's the question about? Is the Orchid on that Visage not far? Is it?
He's very close. He's about I want to say 800 gold away now. So he's going to have it in the next, 2 minutes. And there's also a catapult mid. They're going to put a lot of pressure onto this tower. Let's see how Omega try to defend this. They do have the Tusk level 6, the Walrus Punch. But Nana is very tanky.
They're so close to having Supernova, but nice little move there. Cookie down to low ground. Does drag the Tusk a little bit deeper, but punched out of the map. Moonlight's gone, and now a Supernova coming to try and zone Nana out. ZXC going to pop to the Maledict. Supernova felt maybe not wasted, but didn't really accomplish too much.
I think they're very happy with that on Latin Defender's side because they got a level 4 Snapfire for the level 6 Tusk, and then now the Snapfire's in base, picks up the Tome, got his level 6 now, and the Kisses are online. They can go and do something with this now, Gary.
And the egg is down. Oh, they go rupture top lane.
Top
Mingate. Rage
Kick him out.
TP, Stomp coming. He couldn't get out of there with only level 1 Rage with a snowball turnaround. Infest in. Mingate turns. The Battle Cuckahook. They've sharded him up, and that damage is huge from that level 3 tag team.
Wow. It was actually the Tusk who was there to save the day. Bloodseeker got a little bit baited. I mean, I thought Mingate was going to be the one to die there. But very well played there by the Tusk, just reacting instantaneously as soon as he's alive.
Yeah, and the fact they took that bottom tier 1 now means the Timbersaw can start playing in the mid lane.
Kisses.
Oh, Kisses coming.
Bloop. Bloop.
Maledict ticking.
Nope.
Into the pit we go.
He's dead.
Roshan, he's got a salve. He's going to survive? Barely. Oh, that was pretty damn close.
EU math, Gary?
That was pretty damn
Man.
close.
He was dead. He was dead by 70 damage.
70 is not a lot.
True.
If only he'd had a little bit more. That is Timber down. And they want that tier 1 mid, already sitting at about 700 HP. Visage, incredibly speedy, hasting forward, silencing the Tusk. Raindrops are there though, so with the Soul Assumption not doing too much, ZXC is fine.
So that's the Orchid reveal there. I'm kinda upset that they didn't really like make a smoke play with this Orchid. Maybe try to get a kill onto the Storm or the Lifestealer. Because that would have definitely surprised them if an Visage with like a 12-minute Orchid just comes out of nowhere. Oh, Timber though.
The stampede onto Timbersaw, snowball back onto the Death-Warding Witch Doctor, but he is absolutely surprised by that, and so is the Tusk. 2 kills in succession for Na, and the tier 1 mid lane going to be claimed by them too. And this is all while Lifestealer and Storm are kind of recovering in the jungle.
Exactly. You know, Gary, you got this Timbersaw at 12 minutes. He's like, I'm the big bad Timbersaw. I'm going to sit on your high ground here. And it comes out the Visage with the 12-minute Orchid. Just absolutely demolishing him. What do you do as a Timber now?
That's a good question, right? Because he doesn't really want to go play bottom lane. You do not want to be jungling as a Timbersaw. You are the hero that plays the map, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And you only got 3,700 net worth. You are doing worse than the Centaur, who was laning into a Lifestealer, who's got a Blink Dagger now, by the way. So Latin defenders are absolutely online. They're ready to smoke up with the Snapfire and Centaur. They have so many ways they can do that.
They get on top of the Visage. That's blown Na up completely. Very nicely done with a gap closing of all 3 of these heroes. Something the panel mentioned is that everyone here is very good not only at being the Lifestealer bomb, but also at getting on top of these heroes.
They need something like that. They need to get rid of this guy. He was just farming at some ridiculous speed at the moment. He's got a point boost already, going for the Aghanims next.
Speaking of ridiculous speed, Mr. Battle Fury Lifestealer now top of the net worth.
Oh,
the Blink Stomp mid. They are making the jump. Valky, he's in there onto the Tusk. Take him out. ZXC down. And they're also trying to get away from top lane. The Stampede
mana, though.
Working out nicely, not only killing the mid lane, but turning around onto the Storm Spirit too, with the Orchid and the Kisses, catching with a stun of the Familiar. 2 big kills again for the Latam defenders.
And the tower.
I mean, 2 towers, right? Go to mid, go to top, 2 kills, 2 towers.
Yeah, okay, go back to your point about the Lifestealer, Gary. Yeah, we should talk about this guy.
He's pretty big.
He's huge. He's gigantic. This might be one of the most farmed Lifestealers I've seen in a really long time, and that's because I haven't seen Lifestealer in a really long time.
It has been a while.
He's been so bad for so long. Ever since they removed the percentage base off his feast, he was just such a horrible hero. And now he's back.
Do you cleave the feast damage as well?
I assume so, but I don't. I'm
not sure.
I really don't know right now.
Yep. Well, there's another Blink Stomp.
I'm not sure.
Valky, he gets that Blink Dagger and he makes it work wonderfully.
So it actually used to be the case. I don't know, because they've changed it, something's going on. Because before, when you used to play against Naga Siren as a Lifestealer, you would want to buy Battle Fury. Because whenever you hit the illusion, it actually does a bunch of damage to the other illusions too. Yep. But I don't know if they've changed that.
Oh, Angel somehow slips away. No stun gaming on Omega. Yeah, something we could definitely test out. That little feast cleave. Latam defenders clearing that bot wave with Na, working on his Aghanim Scepter right now. Visage is under vision though. And it feels like Omega Gaming have kind of got themselves in a decent safe spot now, where Storm and Lifestealer haven't been touched too much.
Wait, when you say that, you might have just cursed J1 here.
I'm watching him. The Blink Stomp.
Boom.
With the cookie. Catch him up. Does he get a ball lightning off? Absolutely doesn't.
execution.
Very
Absolutely
well done.
perfect execution. Every spell was casted perfect.
Meanwhile, in that mid lane, Timbersaw has a
again.
massive brunt of damage from the Maledict and the Death Ward. Valkyrie
man,
really
dude.
has been making this Blink Dagger pay for them.
You know what, Gary? This Timber, he has 0 game. He actually has 0 game.
It's interesting, isn't it? You know, I was, like the draft, the way it went, I kind of thought Timbersaw would be the unkillable, the big boss, but it's just not been like that.
I think it has a lot to do with not accounting for the Visage going for the Orchid first item. Right? This Orchid first item has been the bane of this Timber and the Storm and everybody else. Like, they just can't run into this guy whatsoever.
Would you have rather seen maybe a Yule Scepter first on Timber, or is it still fine going
That's the thing, though. If you go Yule's first, then... I mean, I guess he had to. He had no other choice.
Another Blink Stomp. It is just initiation after initiation from that, but the Infest Bomb does get the backstab. In we go. Witch Dog for the Visage, catching big kills in the back lines. And the Supernova zones the rest of them out. Let's see, can they kill off some familiars on their way through here? As they gather up for a tier 1 potentially.
Oh, this is giving me so much nostalgia, Gary.
The Infest Bomb?
Lifestealer, Armlet, Infest Bombs. Oh, hell yeah. I love this. Absolutely love it. Lifestealer's back, baby.
And what's the what's the response? How do you deal with it? How do you counter the Infest Bomb?
Well, you need saves, right? This is how you've always used to be able to counter Lifestealer Infest Bombs, is with some kind of a save in your lineup, like an Oracle or a Wyvern or of some sort. A Vengeful Spirit just to swap the hero out that gets initiated on. And Latin defenders don't have that. So they're going to constantly be picked off every time the Infest is back up. That being said, if Latin defenders can somehow just group up, you know, ball up a little bit, and maybe whoever gets initiated, they can just try to dish the damage back and get some trades going, that could benefit them. Or you wait till Centaur finishes Aghanims. That could be a potential save.
Oh yeah, good point. They do get the Grandma out of the grasp of the Storm bottom as they do move up towards top, smoking and catching with a Centaur Stomp. He can't maneuver himself, he's permanently silenced, he's dead.
I think he made a mistake. He should have been hitting the Bloodseeker, so he wouldn't be losing so much HP to the Retaliate. And he would have been able to get his Rage off. Sorry, Rage off, yeah.
Or even an Infest, yeah.
Yeah, or the Infest into the creeps, exactly.
Opens up Roshan for them now. And that was all because, you know, Storm did make a move with Phoenix bottom. They showed 2 heroes down in bottom lane, missed out on the Snapfire kill. Latam defenders reacting very, very nicely. Get up to top, claim the jungle, get the Roshan, and Aegis in the hands of Na with Aghanim Scepter very nearly completed.
Very nice. He realizes that they're going to keep jumping him with the Storm plus Lifestealer plus the Phoenix Egg. And they will shred through his Gravekeeper's Cloak, you know? There's a lot of sources of damage coming out there. And this Aegis is going to make them stop doing that.
I like Nana. Oh, wait, hang on a second. No, never mind. I'm going to take that back. I don't like Nana. I was looking at this Fairy Fire in the pit, and I was watching Trent streams a few days ago, and he was, you know, going back through all old TIs and watching old replays and stuff. And the Roche pit is like littered with Quelling Blade and fairy, you know, branches and stuff like that. Nana was bringing his courier out. I thought he was going to pick up that Fairy Fire and go sell it.
You can't anymore, Gary. You can't see inside the pit with the courier.
Oh, you're right. So he can't actually pick up items
from again?
Oh, Timber.
Oh, the Invis from the Aghanims.
Silent as the grave, and the Blink Stop from
God, the damage.
Blows up the Tusk. Now Timbersaw's silenced. He's on the run. Orchid's still on him as in the jungle. The Supernova's there. Angel being focused down by the Lifestealer, but the Snapfire gets the little shredder going, and the egg's gone by Jimari. Arcane Rune sure, but mana non-existent. Blink stomped yet again. Valkyrie, with the help of the kisses, will clear through the storm.
This is what you call Nyx Visage right here. Once he gets Aghanims, he's pretty much Nyx Assassin. So it hits you, he gets like a damage amp on himself, and then boom, you're just dead. It's also the birds, right?
The birds and birds,
and the birds and his hero, like they all get a 30% damage amp.
And they're all flying over the trees and stuff. And you don't expect that.
Nice save.
snowball save. Timbersaws come in. They're trying to force this fight now. The Lifestealer turns with his rage onto Moonlight. The Soul Assumption goes out onto 2 as the Blink Stomp from Valkyrie does catch. But ZXC gonna be the casualty. Omega do have Storm respawning in a second. They'll TP mid and try to continue this battle. Maledicts and Orchid in onto the Timbersaw. Storm zips in towards the back onto Angel. Lifestealer rages up with the Sunray healing through with the Feast and the Infest. Diving away, but he jumps out. Storm Spirit still sticking around, but it's a tanky Visage just holding the front line with Aegis still in hand.
And he's got a Halberd now on the Lifestealer too, so the Bloodseeker actually has to pop his BKB if he wants to fight into the Lifestealer. The Bloodseeker's BKB is already down to 7 seconds now.
Got it.
As well. So very nice engagement there, you know, just getting the save on the Lifestealer once he got Orchided, being able to just turn that fight around. The Cask was doing a lot of work. The Timber decided after the Cask, okay, I want to bait something more. I want to get more kills for my team, even if I die for it. And that's exactly what he did. Just ran in, made Latin defenders turn around, go on him. They force out another BKB. They get a kill onto, who was that in the end? The Witch Doctor? Yeah, the Witch Doctor. No, not bad, right? The Storm Spirit has a Bloodstone. Lifestealer is going to keep scaling as well. I think this is actually better for Omega if they continue to drag this game out and constantly get trades.
Yeah, scaling up. Much, much nicer. You know, I had to go and look this up because I couldn't remember, but what was Visage's name in Dota 1?
Damn it.
Yeah, when you said he was the Visage Assassin, I thought maybe we could use the Dota 1 name and call him the Something Assassin.
What was his name?
Yeah. See, I don't think many people, like, it really struggled for me to remember that one.
It was always Visage, right?
Necrolic.
Necrolic, yeah.
So it's like the Necro Assassin.
Yeah. Then there's like Necrophos, Necrolite, you know, there's a bunch of like,
Necro heroes. Bringing things back from the dead.
Okay. Man, I remember this. Remember the 6 birds? Visage, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tusk, holy shit, the damage is insane.
The Sunray's not saving him from that.
Yo, you know what's gonna be wicked? When he gets Bloodthorn, and then everything starts critting off the Aghanims. Yep. That's gonna be nice.
Stuff.
He's going for the AC first, though, which is also very nice.
Yeah, tanks him up tremendously against Lifestealer with all of his physical damage. And they go for the tier 2 mid. DD Rune on that Visage helps out. Still a decent wait for the next Roshan, at least 3 minutes. And Omega have actually smoked up here with another Infest Bomb. Lifestealer inside the Storm. But they don't really
Nanana's ages out in 3 seconds. Ooh. And I think Nanana understands that. He's invising up, trying to get away from this.
Smoke pops.
Yep. Ages out. Okay, he's going to start playing much more cautiously on this Visage now. No need to risk anything anymore. He is still very squishy. Oh, Timber, though. He wants to bait something.
Hey, he's trying to push forward onto the Witch Doctor. The Storm finds a big target onto the Visage. Take him down. Immediately snapping into action onto him. Nanana's gone. And it looks like Lissex there just handing his life over to the Bloodseeker for it. They're chasing in. They want that Snapfire. Cask thrown out. Bloodright 2. Tusk. ZXC gets himself almost to the high ground, but shredded by the Bloodseeker. The Blink Stomp Centaur takes out Thugger's Phoenix. Lifestealer's kind of left here, isolated now. Storm Spirit, 900 mana remaining. They can't really continue this in a 2v4, but they have brought back on the Phoenix. Another Bloodright. He's going to scout out the Lifestealer. There's no rage for 3. The Storm gets jumped on inside the Roche Pit there. In we go, but Ball Lightning's out. Trying to TP home. The kiss is coming, but not quite in place. Phoenix has dived in. The bash from the Lifestealer onto Valkyrie. Centaur's done for. And they might even find the Snapfire. Now she slipped away.
Both teams biting a little bit more than they could chew there. I think that was such an amazing play from Lissex, honestly. Like, it takes a really high-skilled individual to understand that he needs to open vision for his team, even at the cost of his own life. And especially as a core player, not a lot of people are willing to do that. And he is. He just went on in. He knew he was going to die no matter what. He just wanted to bait the enemy onto him, but also provide vision so the Storm can jump in and get a key target. And that's how they got the kill onto Na. But after that, they should have just chilled out. You know, take it slow. You already used your Infest bomb. You don't really have another form of initiation anymore. Just to wait for the right opportunity and go in, but they wanted more. And that's how they died with the Phoenix, with the Tusk, had to buy back the Phoenix. And, you know, things didn't look as good as just getting the kill on the Visage.
It feels so good when you've got like 4 chasing heroes and you see, you know, you killed off a big target, you want to chase, go for more, ball lightning, dive forward. That Tusk snowball. Sometimes you just got to relax. It's a good point you bring up, though. They kind of valuing your life or thinking about the greater good, using your HP and your life as a resource, as the Timbersaw does exactly that yet again. He dives straight forward, gets the vision onto Na. There's the ball lightning with the Infest bomb. He does get himself a nice little heal through his shard. So they can't touch him, he's in stone form. Lifestealer with the Maledict and the Death Lord going on, and he's dead. Mingate shredded.
That's when you say, surprise, bitch! Got the shard.
That's a chat wheel line for the next TI.
I mean, that was actually so good. Like, I did not expect that shard play whatsoever, but that just came out of nowhere. You know, he just went under. They couldn't kill him anymore.
Stone form Visage. And they also lose their buyback Tusk as well. He was down bottom, annihilated by the Visage as the rest of the defenders push high ground mid. Get the tier 3. There's no buyback on Lifestealer. Where do they go after this? They got mid lane. They could maybe go for a little bit more if they want to. I've got the time for it.
Yeah, 30 seconds. That's a long time without your position 1 hero who does pretty much all your damage on your team. I'm just gonna go back and clear up the lanes. They know that the Roshan could potentially be up. They can't leave the couriers inside there to see if it's up already, so they gotta bring heroes. I love that change, Gary. I'm so happy the couriers can't see Roshan anymore. It just took away, like, so much from the game.
So what's the point in hiding Roshan in a little cave if you can just fly something into it?
Yeah.
I always wondered that. Are we meant to imagine that the Roshan pit like has a roof to it? Like, is it a cave or is it a pit?
It should be like a magical place that you can't see anything, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a fortress, you know.
Next. Oh
but
my
you're
God,
right.
next.
It's supposed to be a cave, right? Like, you can't see from above, you know.
See, that's the thing. We've always called it the Roche Pit. Oh, the zip. That's a long one onto the Centaur. With the Infest bomb, and they vortex him up. Valkyrie dropping quickly to the Lifestealer with that damage. The Timbersaw comes in with the Willing Death. Rage is out, so he's going to get silenced up by the Blood Right. The Supernova onto the right-hand side. But it's not enough to save Mingate. The BKB Bloodseeker punched into the air. Still full HP and destroys the Lifestealer with a Yules on the Timbersaw. He's kissed by Grandma, and he didn't like that very much, did he? Storm zips out. The Phoenix wants to bail. The bash. Stun. It is there. Catches Phoenix for a triple kill on Cookahawk, and Latam defenders fully in the driving seat. Probably going to go for their second lane of barracks top.
Damn. That was very impressive. I mean, the Storm zipped in. They were so quick, you know. They got the Glimmer off. They got the Centaur Stampede off. They're just trying to escape. The Centaur is so much tankier at the moment. The Lifestealer, as soon as his rage runs out, he is so useless in the fight. He just got orcated up. Bloodseeker goes in right before he can escape. He got that point blank Abyssal Blade. I'm so like surprised he actually managed to land the Abyssal. I don't even know how he did it, but he does. And the Lifestealer dies. You lose all your damage, and that's all. You got second side of racks fallen now. And this game is just looking absolutely impossible for a Mega at this point.
And second Roshan's alive.
Yeah.
And he just cheese with a shard. Yeah, next big patch, they're going to turn Dota into Heroes of the Storm. If you walk into the pit, you get sent into another instance. You know, you get teleported off the map into an actual cave. That's where you gotta
go fight Roshan?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it has to be like a little box, you know? Like, just very small, tight plays. So, like, if the enemy comes in with, like, a Tidehunter or an Enigma, they can, like, land, like, a 5-man, you know, wombo combo inside there.
That would be so
It's a risky place to go.
That's how it should be. Should be a dangerous prospect to go and take Roshan, as it looks like Latam defenders want to try and turn this smoke into a game-ending move. Buyback-wise, we're looking at Centaur as the only one with buyback in the entire game.
Yeah, Bloodseeker also got the shard, by the way, there. So if he goes on to this Lifestealer, he will die very quickly. There's some more percentage-based damage as well. You know, Gary, like, both these last games, the one common denominator is the Bloodseeker, though. And we haven't really talked much about him.
Yeah,
I think he might be an incredibly powerful carry hero at the moment. Because I've also noticed other regions prioritizing him. And previously, single core Bloodseeker was not something popular, but because of how strong he is in the laning stage and how well he can scale thanks to the shard and the items he can buy, he might be it, Gary. Might be it.
Yeah, you know, we had this moment in the previous game, right? At the end of the game, I kind of looked at the Bloodseeker's score, and he was, what, 10, 2, and 14. And I think I said, you know, he had kind of a quiet one, but he performed very well. And I don't know, it feels like old Juggernaut. He's very solid, stable. You can't really fuck up. You know, you can't really lose the lane or get destroyed as the Bloodseeker. And you just buy items to win the game.
Even this game, it feels like he has a quiet 11-1, and that's weird to say, right? He's like a quiet 11. What do you mean a quiet 11-1? Well, that's what Bloodseeker is. He's not fancy. He's not flashy. He's just running in. He's just right-clicking people. He stays alive in the engagements. He cleans up. But Juggernaut, for example, like, you know his impact when he goes in with the Omni Slash. You know, he solo kills someone and all that. But Bloodseeker, he just has to survive in the fights.
Just running around, punching people. Yeah. Now forcing the Omega side to try and mount a defense. Storm Spirit, yeah, he's toying with a Snapfire. Not really a kill attempt. They have to hold on to this bottom lane of barracks, though, as every lane converges on that dire base.
Let's calculate something. How can Omega win a team fight, right? They got this Battle Fury Lifestealer. You know, he's almost got an AC. They got a Phoenix in their lineup. They do have to worry about the Snapfire canceling the Phoenix. The Storm is actually building into an Aghanims. So, Storm zips in, pulls everyone, Shivas, Phoenix gets a nice egg off. Maybe Storm pulls like 3 or 4 heroes, and then Lifestealer is just pummeling them with the Battle Fury, you know?
It's difficult, though.
It's possible, but it's possible, right? That's what matters. The thing that they're missing on Omega is like that silence for the
Exactly.
They don't have a way to keep him locked in so he doesn't use the Stampede.
I was thinking the same thing, like a Hex or Silence, and I start, you know, looking around. They've got Moonlight with Greaves, they've got Nanana who's got the Stone Form, Stampede on the Centaur, Snapfire has a Greaves with a Blink Dagger, and Bloodseeker's got a BKB and a Cheese. Who do you even go on?
Yeah, everyone's so tanky, man.
Multiple saves on the tanky heroes. Storm with a Shiver, zip in, and then zip out again.
And Lifestealer is supposed to be this hero that's good against tanky heroes, but the way that Latam defenders are tanky, like how they're tanky, it doesn't feel like Lifestealer is the answer. They have a lot of armor, they have this Glimmer Cape, they have Yules, they have ways to just like kite away the Lifestealer as well.
Yeah, kite, peel, reset, and keep shoving these lanes. Looks like Nanana has decided they don't want to commit fully for high ground, so going to fall back and soak up some of the rest of the resources on the map. You know that the enemy are bunkered down and they've missed out on, well, like 80% of the farm that they should be getting.
Just the storm is just zipping away everything, and you don't really want to throw the game at the moment. I think they realized they made a mistake in not giving the Bloodseeker the Aegis and they're giving it to Nanana. Nanana is actually unkillable with the Shard Stone Form. If they give it to Bloodseeker, the Bloodseeker can just walk up and hit the tower.
How long does that last, Stone Form? Like, he's invulnerable for like 3-4 seconds,
5
right?
seconds?
5 seconds?
It says here...
6 seconds. For the familiars.
Yeah, it's the same, right?
That's nutty. Yeah, I mean, good luck, like, good luck initiating on anyone.
Yep.
Aegis is claimed up, though. So in all this time, sure, the net has been closed in around the Dire squad, but they're holding on.
Yeah, I think that was their error here on Latam defenders, not putting the Aegis onto the Bloodseeker. Like, they should have understood it's time for them to go high ground and finish this game, and you need your Bloodseeker to be able to lead the way. Because if you don't have it on him, like, they can initiate onto a Bloodseeker. They can bring him down. They have enough damage to at least kill one hero if they commit everything to it.
Mm-hmm.
Centaur has Aghanims now, though. Maybe they don't have damage anymore now that the Ag's complete. But
What's
it did
the
finish
reduction?
after the Aegis ran out. 40%, which is a lot.
40%.
It's a lot. Stampede duration, 4.5 seconds. I'm not sure if that includes the 1 extra second from the Aghanim Scepter.
Mm-hmm.
So
Still.
if it doesn't, then that's 5.5 seconds.
Still just invulnerable heroes all around. Phoenix trying to
Let's
get
take a look.
get a bit of dewarding going.
Ah, yeah, it doesn't. The tooltip does not show after the Ags bot, so it's 5.5 seconds
Of 40% damage reduction. Oh,
for your
goodness.
whole team. For your whole team. I mean, that's as good as a Kunkka bolt.
Globally.
And it's global, exactly.
Well, the bird's flying over the timber saw.
Yeah,
I'm
that was a
trying to-
recent buff, by the way. The extra 1 second.
Yeah, just a nice little buff there. I mean, you were talking about why Centaur has become so popular recently. He's had all these little buffs here and there. That's definitely one that we should look at.
There, I see an Infest. Is this action? Is it? No, don't tell me.
Radiant are
Are they,
They're gonna do something.
are they who, where, how, why, and when?
The Tusk. I think he was looking for the Snapfire. Snapfire's showing top. I mean, he is alone, but oh, he's so fast. Just Cookie, Scatterblast, get out.
Immediate blink after it, yeah. And Storm is still just zipping down these waves. 15 charges on the
must notice,
Bloodstone,
right,
but Ag
that-
Scepter.
Tusk is infested. If you just click on him, you see his HP bar. It's like, oh wait, hold on. Something doesn't add up how much HP he has.
Why has he got 3,000?
It's not like before, where like if someone is infested, you just couldn't tell. Oh, stun.
Oh, Phoenix. There's the snowball, though, onto the Snapfire, and the ball lightning in, but the stun onto the Storm Spirit, down half HP. The Sunray trying to heal him up, but he's been
big
silenced.
egg.
Chain disabled. Bloodstone ticking up. The Storm Spirit not surviving. Down goes Jamari, gone for 80 seconds. Even with that supernova and the initiation from Omega, they're gonna lose to Cause because the Timber Saw is being destroyed by
Centaur
Na Na Na.
bottom.
What's happening there? Oh, it's a Lifestealer battling with a Centaur, but he can't chase Valkyrie. Tusk is going to
Oh,
TP
man.
back to Fountain, and they buy back Lissax. Still 1 minute where you're in this position without a Storm Spirit. And Bloodseeker is just going to walk straight up there.
They're so confident that the Storm doesn't have buyback because they saw him just complete the Aghanims.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just fighting this 4v4. No problem.
Absolutely. I mean, they just jump straight onto the Timber Saw. He's meant to be tanky, but it doesn't look that way. Lifestealer does manage to munch away a little bit through them, but Bloodseeker with the BKB
Bloodseeker
does
is
not
full HP.
care. Bloodseeker just walks it all off with 4,000 health. Stunning with the Familiars. And there's a Hex trying to snowball save, get the Lifestealer inside, but they're rolling in towards the Witch Doctor and in towards the Centaur Stomp. The Blood Rite comes. Mingate pops on his armlet and tries to halberd them and do what he can, but that's just infesting into a creep and running back to Fountain at this point. Sunray, come on, heal him up, get him in there, back to safety, not going to be allowed. Latam defenders claim yet another life, and good game is called.
We got a game 3, Gary.
We sure do.
Oh,
Look at Na. He's just walking into Fountain. OG style, trying to dive there, and GG. Latam defenders tied all up.
you know what? Omega, they tried to play the same game. They had a pretty decent draft. You know, they did some cool stuff. I can see their individual skill is very high on this team, but Latin defenders, they had the superior strategy in this game, especially the